It was little Prince Louis who stole the show.
Just magical watching him be a little boy,
He's just a
even
little
in these
lad.
very, very formal state occasions, Camilla.
Yeah, suited and booted look, but basically jigging along to the music.
Prince Louis is no stranger to stealing the spotlight. Whether it's making faces during a coronation or waving enthusiastically from the royal balcony, his carefree nature always shines through. But behind his bubbly exterior, a shocking event involving the youngest Wales has recently come to light. Let's get into the details. The Wales children are the future of the British monarchy, and each one has their own personality. Prince George, born on July 22, 2013, is second in line to the throne. He is known for being calm and reserved. Princess Charlotte, born on May 2, 2015, has a bold and lively personality. People describe her as feisty, even from her first birthday. Prince Louis, born on April 23, 2018, stands out with his playful and cheeky behavior. He often steals the spotlight during royal events. Louis is the most spirited of the three children. At King Charles's coronation in May 2023, he captured everyone's attention. During the long ceremony, Louis made funny faces, clearly bored, but entertaining those watching. Later, as the family returned to Buckingham Palace, he grinned and waved enthusiastically, making sure all eyes were on him. In December 2023, at a Christmas event in Westminster Abbey, Louis made people laugh when he tried to blow out Charlotte's candle. This wasn't the first time Louis created memorable moments. During a visit to a baby bank with his mother, he added extra clothes to a pile Charlotte was neatly folding, surprising everyone. On his first day of school, he ignored his father's outstretched hand, showing his independent streak. At the Trooping the Color ceremony, Louis was full of energy. He waved excitedly from the royal balcony and pulled faces that quickly became a fan favorite. Louis also made an impression during his first royal volunteering event with the Scouts. He loved making s'mores and couldn't stop spinning in circles after eating marshmallows. His joy was so infectious that the video of him went viral, with people loving his carefree attitude. But Louis isn't just playful. He has a caring side too. After Queen Elizabeth II passed away in September 2022, Kate shared a touching moment. Louis comforted her by saying, "Mummy, don't worry because she is now with great-grandpa." For someone so young, his words showed surprising emotional awareness. It was a reminder that, behind his cheeky personality, Louis has a big heart. At just 6 years old, Prince Louis has taken up a fun new hobby: playing the drums. His father, Prince William, shared this during the 2024 Tusk Conservation Awards in London. Known for being full of energy and often stealing the show at royal events, Louis's choice of instrument feels perfect for his lively personality. This new interest also comes as he starts to make more public appearances, making him even more lovable in the eyes of the public. Prince William didn't hold back his feelings about the noise. While talking to musicians Ronnie Wood and Mark Knopfler at the event, he joked, "That's why I spend my entire life with my fingers in my ears." It's a funny and relatable glimpse into parenting, proving that even royals deal with noisy kids. William's playful comments also show the sweet bond he shares with Louis, giving everyone a smile. Music is a big part of the Wales family's life. Prince George is learning the electric guitar and loves rock bands like Led Zeppelin and AC/DC. Both George and Princess Charlotte play the piano, inspired by their mom, Kate. Kate herself has wowed audiences with her musical talent, performing at Westminster Abbey during Christmas in 2021 and at the Eurovision Song Contest in 2023. The children's school, Lambrook, also encourages music. Most of the students take extra lessons in music and performing arts, giving them the chance to explore their talents. Even Prince William has a musical side. He once played the bass guitar and mentioned it while presenting an award to Brinsley Ford of the band Aswad. Music runs deep in the royal family. Queen Elizabeth and Princess Margaret both played the piano, learning from their mother and a tutor at Windsor. King Charles was also very musical, mastering the piano and trumpet and playing the cello while at Cambridge. It's clear that music has always been an important part of royal life. Moving next, on the night of October 13, 2023, a security breach shocked Windsor Castle's estate. At around 11:45 p.m., two masked intruders managed to climb a 6-foot fence to gain access to Shaw Farm, a part of the Crown estate. This area is just 5 minutes away from Adelaide Cottage, where Prince William, Princess Kate, and their 3 children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, were sleeping. The incident highlighted serious vulnerabilities in the estate's security system and left the family deeply unsettled. The intruders appeared to have detailed knowledge of the estate's layout, raising suspicions of prior surveillance or inside information. They broke into a farm building and stole 2 vehicles, a black Isuzu pickup truck and a red quad bike. Their escape was dramatic and destructive, involving a crash through the Shaw Farm Gate security barrier, which was completely destroyed and had to be replaced. The route they used to flee led toward the Old Windsor and Datchet area, suggesting they were familiar with the local geography. The incident understandably left Prince William and Princess Kate shaken. Although all 3 children were nearby during the break-in, only Prince George was told about what happened. At 11 years old, he was considered old enough to understand, but Charlotte and Louis, just 9 and 6, were shielded from the details. The break-in heightened William's concerns for his family's safety, and he has been closely monitoring the investigation. Kate, meanwhile, expressed frustration, reportedly saying, "We can't go on like this," as the family faced the emotional toll of the breach. The security lapse exposed significant flaws in Windsor Castle's protocols. Earlier decisions to remove armed officers from 2 main public entrances aimed at reducing staffing issues and creating a more welcoming environment for tourists were criticized after the incident. In response, security measures have since been significantly increased, not only at Windsor Castle, but also at Buckingham Palace and Adelaide Cottage. The changes reflect the urgency of ensuring the royal family's safety, particularly in the face of evolving threats. For the Wales family, this breach came at an already difficult time. Both Kate and King Charles III were dealing with health challenges, adding to the strain. During a trip to South Africa in early 2024, Prince William described the past year as the hardest year of my life. Despite their efforts to maintain a sense of normalcy, including keeping their children in school at nearby Lambrook, the break-in forced them to reassess their security needs. The Wales family's move to Adelaide Cottage in 2022 was a quiet but meaningful shift in their lives. The cottage, built in 1831 for Queen Adelaide, had been renovated in 2015 and was ready for them to move in without additional work. Unlike many royal homes, Adelaide Cottage broke with tradition by having no live-in staff. Even their trusted nanny, Maria Barallo, who had lived with them since Prince George was a baby, moved to nearby accommodation. This arrangement reflected William and Kate's desire for a more hands-on and private family life. The location of the cottage also held special meaning. It placed the family close to Queen Elizabeth during her final months, just a 10-minute drive or short walk from Windsor Castle. This proximity allowed William to stay in close contact with his grandmother, speaking with her regularly and visiting often. Their move wasn't just about finding a home, It was a way to strengthen family connections during an important time. Daily life at Adelaide Cottage is structured yet grounded. William and Kate personally handle the school run whenever possible, driving their children to nearby Lambrook School. The property's privacy gives the children the freedom to explore and play outdoors, including cycling around the estate. This balance of royal responsibility and family focus is a defining feature of their lives. Environmental values also shape their routines. William has shared that the family follows strict rules on water use, recycling, and turning off lights, making sustainability a priority in their home. Each of the children has developed their own unique interests. Prince Louis, the youngest, loves cricket and rugby, with Kate joking that his playing style is kamikaze. Princess Charlotte splits her time between gymnastics and classical dance, often performing pirouettes and cartwheels around the house. Prince George, the eldest, has a wide range of hobbies, including scuba diving, which he tried at age 10, and supporting Aston Villa at football matches. He's also shown a knack for art, using charcoal from the fireplace for his drawings. Their diverse interests reflect a household that encourages creativity and active play. Kate's approach to motherhood is refreshingly modern. She practices what experts call a child-led parenting style, often getting down to her children's eye level when talking to them. At a Buckingham Palace garden party in 2023, she even surprised guests by admitting, "I'm definitely not strict." Both William and Kate are deeply involved in their children's routines, from bedtime stories to daily activities. They describe their family life as very bourgeois, a reflection of their hands-on parenting despite their royal roles. On September 13, 2024, Prince George took his first flying lesson at White Waltham Airfield near Maidenhead, a special milestone for the young royal. The 11-year-old arrived with his parents, Prince William and Princess Kate, in a small convoy. The airfield itself holds deep meaning for the royal family. It's the same place where his great-grandfather, Prince Philip, began his flying training in 1952. For George, this was more than a lesson. It was a chance to step into a family legacy of aviation. The lesson took place on the last day of George's summer holidays. While he was in the air with an instructor, William and Kate stayed on the ground, watching proudly. After the hour-long session, the family spent time together in the West London Aero Club clubhouse. Around 30 to 40 people were present, adding to the friendly, relaxed atmosphere. It was a quiet yet memorable moment for the future king, marking the start of what could become a lifelong passion. Flying is deeply rooted in the royal family's history. Prince Philip, known for his love of flying, logged nearly 6,000 hours in over 60 types of aircraft during his lifetime. Prince William also shares this passion, having served as a search and rescue pilot from 2010 to 2013, and later as an air ambulance pilot until 2017. Now, George is beginning to explore this world for himself, showing an early interest in aviation that his family has nurtured over the years. This interest isn't new for George. Even as a toddler, he showed signs of fascination with flight. In 2016, Kate mentioned how George was obsessed with the Air Cadets and wanted to be part of their world. At a recent Buckingham Palace garden party, Prince William described George as a potential pilot in the making, a comment that now feels more prophetic than playful. His parents' encouragement has clearly helped shape his curiosity into action. George's aviation journey is still in its early stages. While he can practice with lessons now, he'll need to wait until he turns 14 for his training hours to count toward a pilot's license. He'll also need to be 16 before he can fly solo. Until then, these lessons are about building skills, confidence, and a deeper connection to the skies. The day at White Waltham Airfield was a small but significant step, and it's one that connects George to his family's rich tradition of combining service with personal passion. For the young prince, this is just the beginning of an exciting chapter that could one day see him carrying forward the royal legacy of flight. Prince George holds a unique position in British royal history as the second in line to the throne. His birth marked a significant turning point for the monarchy, as he became the first royal baby to benefit from the succession to the Crown Act of 2013. This law ended the centuries-old tradition of male primogeniture, meaning George's place in the line of succession is secure, even if he were to have younger brothers. It was a progressive change, reflecting the monarchy's effort to adapt to modern values while maintaining its traditions. When George's father, Prince William, ascends to the throne, George will automatically inherit the title of Duke of Cornwall. This title brings substantial financial benefits, as it includes control over the Duchy of Cornwall, a vast estate generating millions of pounds annually. However, the title of Prince of Wales, traditionally given to the heir apparent, is not automatic and must be formally granted by the reigning monarch. This highlights the structured and ceremonial nature of the royal system, where even titles follow strict protocols. Unlike past generations, George is being raised with far fewer immediate expectations of royal duties. William and Catherine have chosen to delay George's formal responsibilities until he is well into his 20s. This is a stark contrast to his grandfather, King Charles III, whose childhood was largely shaped by rigid preparations for kingship from an early age. By comparison, George has been given more freedom to develop naturally, allowing him to enjoy a more typical childhood despite his extraordinary future. William and Catherine's parenting style is also a departure from tradition. They have opted to send George to Lambrook School, a co-educational institution, breaking away from the royal norm of single-sex boarding schools like Eton or Gordonstoun. This decision reflects their desire to provide their children with a modern and balanced upbringing, combining the privileges of royal life with a sense of normalcy. Their approach signals a broader shift within the monarchy, prioritizing individuality and relatability over strictly following historical conventions. However, the path ahead for George is not without challenges. Recent polls show waning support for the monarchy, particularly among younger generations. Only 32% of 18 to 24-year-olds support the institution, compared to 78% of those over 65. This generational divide poses a serious challenge for George's eventual reign, as the monarchy must navigate changing societal attitudes while maintaining its relevance. William and Catherine are acutely aware of this and have made efforts to modernize the royal family's image. Their approach blends tradition with contemporary values, aiming to secure the monarchy's future in a rapidly changing world. Princess Charlotte and her siblings are growing up in a royal family that balances centuries-old traditions with a modern, hands-on approach to parenting. Currently known as Her Royal Highness Princess Charlotte of Wales. Charlotte has a future that could include some of the most significant titles in the monarchy. One potential title is Princess Royal, traditionally given to the eldest daughter of the reigning monarch. However, this title comes with specific conditions. Princess Anne must pass away, and Prince William must become king, as there can only be one Princess Royal at any time. Another intriguing possibility is that Charlotte could become the Duchess of Edinburgh, a title reportedly requested by the late Prince Philip for her. If this happens, she would be the first woman to hold this title in her own right, rather than through marriage. Her position in the line of succession is also historic, as she is the first princess whose place wasn't displaced by a younger brother, thanks to the succession to the Crown Act of 2013. Prince Louis the youngest child of the Wales family, has already made an impression with his cheeky personality. Public appearances have often shown his playful nature, such as during the 2024 Trooping the Colour when he turned to talk to his father during the RAF flypast, earning gentle corrections from his older siblings. His first major appearance at the Christmas Carol service in 2023 was a milestone for him, marking his growing presence in public life. Charlotte, in particular, has taken on a protective role with Lewis, guiding him through royal protocols while maintaining a loving and playful bond. William and Catherine are taking a modern approach to raising their children, described as controlled parenting. They aim to create a normal and busy home life where the children can play freely and enjoy their childhood while learning about their royal responsibilities. This extends to their education, with all three children attending Lambrook School, a significant departure from the traditional boarding schools attended by previous generations. The goal is to provide a balance between the formality of royal life and the joys of childhood. The relationships among the Wales siblings are a blend of traditional roles and typical family dynamics. Charlotte has become a central figure in their interactions, often described as super protective of Lewis, while maintaining a close bond with George. During public events, both George and Charlotte help guide their younger brother, showing their growing understanding of their responsibilities. Their interactions highlight a mix of mentorship and playfulness that reflects their upbringing.